I'm in a big calisthenics mood today. And I just want to tell you how you can get into it, the different variations, like the styles of training you can train, and how you can build up and how you can learn any of those exercises. And calisthenics is just a ton of fun. But trying to train for it can be a little bit confusing to get into because you don't really know where to start or like what to do, which ones to train for, but I got you, so don't worry.
Calisthenics. If you don't know, this is a form of physical training that's focused on teaching you to master your own body weight. It dates back all the way to ancient Greece. The term itself coming from the Greek words kalos and thenos, which means beauty and strength. It was not just a physical training method, but also a way to develop ideal aesthetics and functional strength. Fast forward to today, and calisthenics has evolved, incorporating various styles and techniques, allowing you to always have some intensity in your workout, eventually master your own body weight.
Let's start off by discussing the different types of calisthenics. There's 4 main groups of calisthenics: freestyle, endurance, static, and weighted calisthenics.
Starting with freestyle calisthenics, which is all about creativity and flair. It includes advanced acrobatic moves like handstands, flips, spins, a lot of explosive power. It's a lot of stuff that those like crazy Ukrainians be doing, but it looks pretty darn cool. Another style is endurance calisthenics, and this is all about pushing towards your limits. It's not just about doing an exercise, it's about how long you can do it and how many reps you can perform. This style tests your mental and physical stamina through exercising quite a bit, but it can be a real testament to your power and perseverance, demonstrating how far you can go when you really put your mind to something. We move on to static calisthenics, which focuses on holding a position for a prolonged period of time, including exercises like the L-sit, handstand, the planche, the front lever. It's all about strength, control, and discipline. It looks kind of insane, really showcasing one's ability to defy gravity. Weighted calisthenics. This takes traditional bodyweight exercises and adds a little bit of resistance. The style involves using weight vests, belts, or holding weights to increase the difficulty of these exercises, allowing them to get stronger and build muscle. And it might just be the secret sauce to getting a mad pump and looking super juicy. But the beauty of calisthenics lies in its simplicity. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, you can tailor exercises by leveling them up, using harder or easier progressions, pushing you to go past what you're capable of to achieve some pretty cool feats.
But before we can really master these exercises and get really good at them and do crazy cool things like those Ukrainians, we have to first master the fundamentals. And that power, explosiveness, everything we're developing is going to translate to some of these crazy exercises that we're going to try in the future, depending on which avenue we go. As for the fundamentals, we have push-ups, pull-ups, dips, squats.
And there's probably a few more you could throw in there, like L-sit or handstand progressions, but they're a great foundation to start from.
But the power comes from doing it again and again, forging that sword. Except for the sword is going to be your body, and you're going to do push-ups and stuff.
And the most important thing to remember as you go throughout these exercises is that there's a progression for everything. It doesn't matter what your fitness level is, there's something out there that you can do to help you learn any exercise you want. It's actually insane. You can just learn whatever you want to learn. It applies for any exercise, whether it's pistol squats, pull-ups, whatever the heck this is. You can learn it if you just break it down and go after it. Okay, maybe that last one might not be possible for us, but we can still do some insanely impressive stuff. So, yeah. If you need help finding the progression that's right for you, I have videos on my channel, but you can also just go to ChatGPT and be like, what's the progressions, bro? And once you get all that, you just apply it.
Do what you can until you can.
This is how I go about training any of these exercises I want to learn. And it's really simple. I just do what I can until I can.
And you just apply that to any exercise that you're training. For example, let's say I'm trying to learn the planche, which I am trying to learn the planche, but I'm not anywhere close to it. What I would do is I would pick the hardest progression I can do. So I'd pop into a tucked planche. Once I fall, I rest for a little bit, and then I do a couple more sets.
But then I get tired and I can't do that variation anymore, so I have to move to an easier one. For the planche, it's gonna be planche leans.
And I could do a couple more sets of that, and then if I still have some gas in the chamber,
I could move to an even easier variation.
You'd be on an incline bench, and you kind of like lean back and you do straight arm raises, and eventually you get stronger and stronger and stronger.
But if I was already gassed out from the planche leans, I would normally just call it a day. You just gotta push yourself to do what you can, and then listen to your body. If you need time to recover, take a little bit of time and then come back at it again. And eventually you will get stronger.
And honestly, that's basically the gist of it. People make it like a lot more complicated than it is, but you really just have to challenge yourself. That's what it's all about. When I started getting into calisthenics, I had been weightlifting for a little bit, but I really started it because I just thought it was cool. So what's something that you think is cool that you want to learn? Once you find that out, you would just have to simplify it. So what would you do if it was easy and simple? What progressions are you gonna need to get there? And how many times a week are you gonna have to train that?
And having a training split can really help you with this, whether it's push-pull legs, upper body, lower body, or even full body routines. As long as you have a way that splits it up that's convenient with your schedule, it will allow you to not overtax the muscle and get stronger as an athlete overall.
You just gotta dive head first, try learning the things that you wanna learn, and just do what you can until you can't. Find the progression that you can learn, and just start drilling it. Once you got that down, just be consistent and we're all gonna be like jacked Ukrainians one of these days. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, those dudes are nuts. Through practice, we become strong. So that's what it's all about, people. That's what it's all about.